Hello guys, this is Rekha again here. Hope you all are doing good. Today I am uploading the third and the final video of our Leh Ladakh visit. Hope you have seen my previous videos, two videos. Please do watch this also and subscribe my channel. In this video, I have given some useful tips while going to Leh Ladakh. So guys, if you plan to go, this video will be useful to you. So please do watch it, and it's in between the videos, so don't miss it. And it will be helpful to you, I hope so. And yes, Ladakh is a very beautiful place. So please visit that place and enjoy each and every part of Leh Ladakh. It will be a memorable trip to you too, like it is for us now. Okay guys, so enjoy now. Bye bye. On 30th morning, we had to start early. We had stayed in a camp in Nubra Valley. So we got up at 5 a.m. in the morning and went around the campsite and saw apple tree with a fruit with some color. We had breakfast of bread and tea at around 6 o'clock in the morning and started our further trip to Pangong Lake. We took the same route from which we had reached Hunter the previous day till around 25 kilometers. Then we started on a new route. This is the board showing the direction of the homestay and campsites at Hunter. So each and every house is turned into a homestay out there. The road from Hunter, Nubra Valley to Pangong Lake via Changla Pass is absolutely along River Shire. So as per our driver and guide Zigmi, since last week before we reached Leh Ladakh, it was very sunny days, sun shining from morning till evening. And what happens is, like, when sun shines, the glaciers melt and the size of water bodies it increases. So enjoying the beautiful morning and even getting a little bit sad by thinking that it was our last day in Ladakh, we were traveling further. On the way, we could see the plants of Sibokthorn. You can see the one which is out there are Sibokthorn plants, and they are grown in higher altitudes. In Sikkim also it is found in Lachung, Lachen side. And one can prepare juice and wine from Sibokthorn. It's very tasty. You can have a taste of Sibokthorn juice.
लग पे नहीं तो फंस जाता है मैडम बहुत फिर तो कभी कभी देख भी नहीं पाता है उधर ही 8-9 घंटा जाम लगता है इसके जोड़ने का डेंजर है अभी सिर्फ पानी का हो जाता है सिर्फ हम टाइम टेबल पे चलना चाहिए बाकी कोई बर्फ़ का तो हम टाइम टेबल नहीं होता ना पानी तो क्योंकि सुबह शाम के 4 बजे से ना मैडम जी पूरा पिकअप जाता है ना फिर सेलअप जैसा आता है अभी थोड़ा आ गया ना इतना तो चलता है 4 बजे जितना में ना बहुत पानी होता है पूरा सफा करता है रोज़ बनाना पड़ता है बोतल को उधर ही बैठता है पानी ज़्यादा हुआ तो बना भी नहीं सकता ना फिर सुबह बनाता है सुबह सवेरे फिर सुबह निकालो.
So here Jigme is explaining how it is the same thing what I explained. It becomes very difficult to drive after 4 o'clock when there is so much of water on the road. We can appreciate here the highway is absolutely along River Shire. So after driving for around maybe 30 to 40 minutes, we reached one place. At that place there were many tourist vehicles, they were halted, and there were few shops also. Someone gave signal to stop our vehicle as well. Jigme stopped the vehicle and they had a talk in Ladakhi language. Then Jigme told us that the road is blocked in front some 20 kilometers ahead due to increase in size of river water. We were like, okay, that happens. We being native of Himalayan region with very poor road connectivity, we understand these type of problems. We thought it will get opened in an hour or two. We too had our breakfast there. Then some vehicles started coming back from the blocked area. Jigme inquired about the status of road. Then he told us that it won't be able to get opened as the part of road is washed away by the river water. We were sad. we had to now return to Leh. There was no option left. It was very much disappointing. So to cheer us up, Jigme said he'll take us to Leh via another route where there are beautiful places to look around on the way. We could have gone to Pangong the same day, but that would be a risky business as it's not good to drive in the late evening and night, as the roads could be washed away by the increased volume of water. Like going to Leh Ladakh and visiting so many places but not able to go to Pangong Lake is really a very, very disheartening thing. It was maybe our fate. Whatever, we were taken to the new route and it was very good. On this new route, we could witness nomadic life of people there with their livestock, sheep, goats, yaks, cows, and even donkeys. People there they live with their animals away from home for quite a long time. Like we too used to have animals kept in jungles and 1 or 2 person used to stay with them there. Now this is banned in Sikkim, but still that is practiced in Ladakh. En route to Warilla Pass, we reached this mesmerizing place. There was a river, greenery area, and we thought of halting for some time there. Tried to look for butterflies, got some to click also. So now Matrika has a few collections of Ladakhi butterflies as well. So it was like this, and butterfly lover is in action. We had a full day now. We just had to reach Leh back. So we were relaxing there and sitting there for quite some time. Now comes my Dukhbhari live commentary. Today what happened is we started from Nubra Valley, the under sand area where we stayed. From there we started and we were on the way. When we reached a place called Angum, that was around 20-25 or maybe 30 kilometers from there, we came to know that the route to Pangong is blocked. The road is washed away by the river water. So we couldn't make it to Pangong. What to do? It's a natural process. Nature we cannot control. So now we are moving back to Leh, but we are moving from another way. So in this new route, we came to halt at this place. This is nice green area with the river. So we are here for some time. Again, we'll continue towards Leh now. Pangong is now, it's left. We'll come again, maybe sometimes later, to visit Pangong and other places. Then we started to drive uphill to reach Warilla Pass. The road was nice with turnings, so many turnings. After some time, we reached the pass. So there we could hear Jigme speaking. The language, the Ladakhi language, is more or less similar to the Bhutanese or the Tibetan language that we often hear in Sikkim. We were about to reach Warilla Pass. It is at an altitude of 17,428 feet and is one of the least traversed motorable routes at this altitude, high altitude in India. There we heard a group of ladies speaking Nepali. Then we inquired and found that a group of female teachers from Ranipul school had come. They also had a plan similar to ours, and due to this road blockage, they were also going back to Leh to catch their flight to Delhi the very next day. Now we are at Warilla Pass. This is one more pass. We are crossing one more mountain range. So this is Warilla Pass. Altitude is 17,216 feet, which is nearly equal to the Changla Pass. From Warilla Pass, we started driving downhill, and both of us were like thinking how to include this Pangong Lake in our plan now, or how to go back and say that we couldn't go to Pangong Lake even after staying in Ladakh for 4 days. Then we started analyzing our return tickets. We had a flight to Srinagar on 1st July morning, and plan was to go to Dal Lake in Srinagar and then return to Delhi in the evening. It was a connecting flight. Then we had a halt in Delhi on 1st of July, and from Delhi our flight was on 2nd July at 11 o'clock to Pangong. Ta-dang! दिमाग की बत्ती जली और एक आइडिया आया. Hi, what happened is, since our booking for the Delhi flight was in the early morning tomorrow, that was 6 o'clock via Srinagar. So what we did is we have rescheduled our flight now. We'll fly day after tomorrow. So we are planning to go to Pangong tomorrow. So we are taking this much of risk to see Pangong Lake. Let's see what happens. Bye. So after a full calculation of risk and money, we cancelled our flight from Leh to Delhi via Srinagar, and we did another ticket from Leh to Delhi on 2nd July morning 6 o'clock, and we were now going to Pangong the next day. We got this ticket fortunately, so maybe we were destined to see Pangong Lake. Having partner who studied different subject other than mine is a boon to me. He teaches geography and history to me, and sometimes I too teach him medical science. That village down there is named Sakti. This was the largest village among all that we saw in Ladakh, and it was an extended village with vegetation and agricultural farming with crops like millet, wheat, and jowar, barley, and vegetables like cauliflower, cabbage, and potato. Here I want to give some useful tips for people going to Leh Ladakh. First is from Delhi, flight to Leh is in the early morning only, so we need to halt in Delhi. Next, don't think Leh is very cold in June-July. Please carry some t-shirts and few warm clothes. Prepaid SIM doesn't work in Ladakh. Please carry postpaid. Carry sunscreen. Sun is of very strong intensity and it will burn you. And there is no moisture, so your nose gets dried up very soon. Carry some saline nose drop and put into the nostril. And don't forget lip balm. After crossing the Sakti village, we reached Thiksey. Jigme invited us to his home. We went there. His aunt, Fupu, made tea for us. It was a salt tea, butter tea, and offered us veg momo. Their house resembled any Lachenpa's or Lachungpa's house out here. There were handcrafted, very beautiful furnitures, and they also offered us homemade bread and local apricots called chuli. Chuli, also called as khabani, is a dried apricot and are utilized in almost every possible way, from juice to the nuts at the core of seed to the oil produced from the nut, and even soup after soaking it in hot water. It's rich in vitamin C and electrolytes. Then we reached Leh, went to Tours and Travel. He did some calculations and fixed one vehicle for next day going to Pangong. And finally we reached our place to stay on that day. There was an in-house coffee shop in the hotel. We went there in the evening and there was games and books in the coffee shop. We ordered coffee and started playing Scrabble. Obviously, Matrika won the match, but we enjoyed the evening. There were red apples outside the hotel. We had dinner and rested for the day with the dream of finally going to Pangong Lake the next day. On 1st of July, we had to leave from Leh city at 6 am, so we got up early and Mr. James was already waiting for us at the reception. We started from Leh city. Mr. James was also a native of Ladakh, and he was little more talkative than Mr. Jigme. We crossed the city and started on Leh Manali highway for some time till Chemde or Karu. Then we started going uphill towards Changla. Today, 1st of July, we are at Changla Pass right now. Changla Pass. 17,688 feet. Okay. Changla Pass is in the Ladakh range between Leh and Shyok River. Changla means Northern Pass. There is a DRDO research station there. This is the research station at the highest altitude in India. The stretch of 10 to 15 kilometer road on either side of Changla becomes loose dirt and slush after the winter and requires regular maintenance. On top of the swept magical landscape, nomadic life still thrives as families navigate the treacherous seasonal conditions with their livestock, mainly sheep, goats and yaks, that provide textiles and Kashmiri wool, pashmina, to export all over the world. To the admiration of many, the rugged nomad responsible for these wondrous feats of wool production live today just as their predecessors did hundreds of years ago, passing down trade wisdom from generation to generation, living modestly in yak wool tents and relying on nature and its elements for survival. It's really a beautiful example of self-sufficient or sustainable village. After some time we reached Darbuk. There we had our breakfast and proceeded further. Then we got the first glance of Pangong Lake. The most popular attractions of this part of Ladakh are two truly spellbinding lakes, Pangong Lake and Somoriri Lake. Both these vast bodies of water sit like mirrors on the earth's surface, and people from all over the world arrive in Ladakh exclusively to see them. Here we could see a herd of Kashmiri goats returning from Pangong Lake after drinking water in sunny day. These goats, they give pashmina. Pashmina is fine, tough, warm, soft undercoat or down fiber derived from Kashmiri goats with a diameter of 30 micron or less. And the clothes made from this pashmina, they are very expensive. Cost ranges from some thousands to lakhs of rupees. There is a provision to stay at Pangong as well. Tents are there, so one can book the tents and they can enjoy overnight staying at Pangong Lake. With the high altitude and lack of atmospheric haze, the night sky is a vast marble filled with endless stars and lively celestial activities. Finally, we reached Pangong Lake, also known as Pangong Shore, 154 km from Leh, about 5 hours drive, at an altitude of 14,270 feet. People simply love Pangong Lake, and so did we. It's like a valentine from the earth to its visitors. While the drive up is arduous and you'll experience a noticeable change in altitude coming from Leh, Pangong Lake has a mesmerizing quality that continues to attract visitors from all over the world. The sheer size of the lake is awe-inspiring, measuring a staggering 134 kilometers. In fact, a large portion of lake belongs to the other side of the Chinese border. The water of Pangong Lake has a stunning property to change colors depending on the time of day and where you are standing. And the surface is often dotted by a variety of wild birds that float on the surface. Though we didn't see the wild birds, but the change in color, you can appreciate different colors that is seen here in this video. The lake is high in salinity without much fish activity, and still it freezes in winter. It's a testament to just know how cold it gets. We have often heard that Chinese have captured finger 8, 7 over there in the Pangong Lake. So this finger 1, 2, 3, 4 are the mountain ranges that are seen on the other side of the lake, and there is an India-China border. So previously till Finger 8 it was in India, but slowly Chinese troops are coming to Finger 8, then 7 and 6 and capturing them. Then we went inside the water and water was little cold. We met a very friendly couple from Maharashtra and the lady clicked pictures for us and we too clicked pictures for them. Hi. Hello. He'll tell you about Pangong Lake. Finally reached here after so many problems and one day ticket rescheduling and after losing some money also. Even then we have made it and we are now very happy, isn't it?
Very, 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 very.
Three Idiots, 2009 record-breaking movie. Final scene was shot here. Kareena Kapoor's yellow scooty and red helmet were seen in pictures. So I thought there is one for photo shoot, but we could witness hundreds of yellow scooty and red helmets. Then we had Kashmiri kahwa tea and lunch at Pangong Lake. It was 1st of July, Doctor's Day, so we had a lunch in Pangong Lake for the Doctor's Day. If we continued further, then we would have reached Somoriri Lake. But we didn't have Somoriri Lake in our plan for this time. So after spending quality 2 hours, we started returning back. Huge blue colored water body below blue sky has made a permanent imprint in our mind, and it is a lifetime experience. We could see some ripple formation over the sand while returning back from there. Now 2 happy souls are returning back listening to James' old Hindi songs. So coming to some more tips again. Since Leh is at high altitude, so altitude sickness can affect people of all the ages and physical fitness levels. So use precautions as you move around in the first few days. Typical symptoms of altitude sickness are fatigue, lightheadedness, headache, insomnia, palpitations, and nausea. So what you need to do is you need to rest in bed for first 24 hours. Your mind might be ready to go, but your body needs time to catch up. And also drink a lot of water, maybe 3 liters a day is highly recommended. And holistic supplements like vitamin C, chlorophyll, ginger, honey, lemon tea, they work like very nicely. Ladakh is good to go in between May and September. Temperature will be soothing at that time. After that, there will be a winter and you won't be able to go there. So what to bring? First is sun protection. Sunscreen, hats, sunglasses, etc. are very important. Bandana, mask or scarf are also good to bring. Moisturizers, natural oils, lip balms are very important. Hello! We are going back from Pangong Lake to Leh City, and this is the place on the way. See the flowers, a river, so refreshing. There is no place on earth like Ladakh, and there is no better time to celebrate its past, present, and future. Historically, this region was a bustling nexus of several trade routes, but recent politics sealed off most passageways into Ladakh. With this isolation, traditional life continued unfettered until only just a few decades ago, when an abrupt and rapid influx of all things modern swept the region. The spellbinding landscapes are also at the core of Ladakh's magic. The boundless mountains, crystalline rivers, and behemoth glaciers born of epic geological activity comprise the most stunning vistas on earth. Moonland indeed. was my one of the bucket list wishes to come true, to drink water directly from the river. Meanwhile, Hero is also getting ready and clicked some pictures of butterfly. Yeah. Here we have again reached back to Changla Pass. Here what we notice is the size of water that is flowing on the side of this road has increased. In the morning when we went, it was little lesser than this. Now we can see the glacier has melted and the size of water has been increased. A journey to Ladakh is inherently a spiritual one. Buddhism in particular has thrived and flourished here for 2000 years under patronage of several dharma kings. The spirit of art and humanity lives on today. Ladakh of past and present doesn't sit behind glass or velvet ropes. It's a living, breathing place that welcomes visitor up to the very rooftop of the world to witness this delightful, otherworldly pocket of our earth, this crown jewel. Reaching Leh is either by roadway or by the airway. There is no train connection. So by airway we can reach Leh airport, and roadways there are two highways, Manali Leh highway and Srinagar Leh highway. Ladakh lies just under the line of control and it's highly sensitive military zone, and you'll see many Indian Army camps scattered throughout the region. For this reason, special permits are required, inner line permits for the travelers, and these are taken care by the local travel guides, and it's highly recommended you work with them on your itinerary. For staying, there are plenty of hotels and homestays, so either you can book them online or offline, but during season it is little difficult to get it easily. Then finally we reached our hotel to stay for the last night in Ladakh. Went to market for some time, then reached back to hotel and rested for the day, as you had to get up early to catch our flight at 6 a.m. So on 2nd July we got up at 4 a.m. and reached the airport at 4:30. And when we reached there were already a very long queue of people outside the airport, and everybody was rushing to get inside and do the check-in. The crowd there reminded me of Rajiv Chowk of Delhi, the metro station. So from this crowd of airport we can imagine the tourist season of Leh Ladakh. Finally, after doing so much of dhaka mukka, when we got inside, did check-in and boarded the flight. From the flight we could see this mesmerizing view for the last time for now, and started moving to Delhi. So last tip for you guys. So if you are planning to return back from Leh Ladakh via airway, so please reach airport on time. It will be very crowded. Once again we crossed the Himalayan range, the great Himalayas, Himadri, and reached Delhi at around 7:30. At Delhi airport we had to change our terminal. We did that, and further we boarded our flight to actually it was to Pakyong, but it reached us only to Bagdogra, so we boarded it to Bagdogra with the hope for another trip very soon. So on the way we could see here maybe UP or Bihar, and finally we landed at Bagdogra airport. Then from Bagdogra we boarded a taxi to reach to Gangtok, and finally we reached our home, our place Gangtok, after a week-long vacation. So it was really a very good one. Hope guys you all will enjoy my video. Please subscribe my channel and watch all the 3 videos of Leh Ladakh trip and other videos also. I will be uploading many more whenever I travel, and keep you all entertained. Bye bye. Keep yourself happy and healthy.